Okay. So Abigail goes back down to the boat to take off Tuttigub's boots and his necklace.
Yeah, I don't know if I had it or him, but I mean, he
You
grabbed
have
it.
the
So.
duck necklace on.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Okay, but you grab his boots.
Fuck. Never mind. I'm not gonna metagame.
Okay.
Was there
She
health
comes-
potions or anything else valuable on him?
Do you like search through his bags and stuff?
Nah, whatever. I guess I won't do it.
Okay. Actually, it seems to me that he has the silver duck necklace. No,
No, Jen
You have
had
it.
it. She
She
stole
took
it
it off his neck or something like that.
yeah,
remember?
I just forgot to take it off his character sheet. Is
When
all.
he was asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I go to sleep, I give the innkeep like 10 gold. Tell him, you know, I realize it's a lot, but I just want to thank you for housing us.
My pleasure for your travelers. I don't have much in the way of delicious food for you, sir. But I think the elves would enjoy what I have to offer.
Fantastic.
So you
All right,
guys
yeah.
go to sleep.
Yeah,
Abigail
and I
eventually
keep
comes
watch.
back. Yeah, by the time you get back there, sleep. You stay up through the night, and eventually the next day, Gregor and Vincent wake up.
So I guess I got a full night's sleep. So how much do I heal for that? Like just to keep track.
Nothing, because you were super strenuous the day before,
Okay.
like rowing.
Okay.
You need to like let your wounds heal.
Kind of a like really slow wake up. Like still obvious, like you just said, still really hurt. But actually, in like the silence of my own room, like I really mourned Tugabut's loss because he's I would say he became like the closest to Vincent during the journeys. And obviously he died saving my life, so like Vincent's very, very concerned about honor, and that's like a Wookiee thing, man. You can't fucking. It's like I'm now his slave to his memory for life. Once he died over me, because like the last I saw of Tugabut was him getting absolutely clobbered right over the top of me. Like he healed me, and then boom, dead.
So, you
And
guys
that vision
wake up.
haunts me, by the way. That's another thing.
You guys wake up. It's cold out. Weather kind of reflects your mood. Overcast, not very lovely. You're all tired, even though you slept. Abigail hasn't slept at all. Your newfound elven friend, notices you guys being like really upset and kind of serves you some food and says, what seems to be the problem? I mean, clearly you're injured, but are you guys okay?
Our good friend has died just one day past.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. He was a good half ogre, half man, and he was our cleric. He was the one. He's the one that carried us this whole time.
I see.
Say,
how long-
friend, actually, one of the things I could ask you for, if you don't mind, do you have any fine spirits that I could use in honor of him for the burial?
I have some wine, but not very much of it.
I think, if you don't mind, friend, I think we'll take that off your hands, just because I'd rather put his body in the ground in a decent state as opposed to, what happens over time.
Okay, I guess. And he goes and retrieves a bottle of wine for you.
He was a priest of Jexel and very fond of the spirits of the land, so that's why this is required. It was part of his process.
He nods.
And then I'm going to go to Bragor and Abigail and ask them if they think it's time to put Tugabut in the ground.
I think so.
Sure.
Okay. So, I don't think we really know his full process, but it's something of the nature of Anakin Skywalker's burial of his mother on top of the fire pier, episode 2, I believe. But we pour out alcohol over his body and.
I give
Not
him back the duck necklace.
Okay. So we bury him in his necklace. And I think
You guys
I don't
want to
know.
put his boots on?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I argue that we do put the boots on him and bury him in his boots. It was his father's boots. And he said he'd kill anyone if they touched him, so I think he should take them to the other world.
I agree. I'm
What do you
sad he
think,
never
Ryder?
get to find out what the word was.
Yeah. We should have tried the Elvish dictionary, man. Alright, let's bury him with the boots.
So Neal, we bury him in his I would say in his armor, in his boots,
Yeah.
with his club, his necklace, his all the things that he owned, except for obviously the rod is in my possession.
And I
But
put I put 30 gold on his body.
Okay.
You put 30 gold on his body?
Yeah.
Oh.
As you're doing this, I say, what are you doing?
I'm giving him back the money I stole from him once because I
Ah.
was pissed.
Vincent feels an ant's fart worth of respect returning back for Abigail.
An ant's fart.
An ant's fart's worth of respect. Just fair to say in this land it's very little. But yeah, as he dies, like I've polished my armor and I've got my full garb on, and I stand in front of him and pour one out for him and just say, "We'll miss you, Tugabut. Thank you, and you will be avenged."
Yeah, I drink some too. I guess we all drink some and we pour some on him too.
Okay. Tutagub finally buried. You guys return to the lighthouse to collect the rest of your possessions. It's mid-afternoon by now. The boat is quite a ways away. What do you do?
I guess I asked the guy if he doesn't mind that we stick around to heal up for a day or two more, a couple more days, just to get some rest before we go back on the road.
Of course, you can stay here for a few more days.
Okay. And then I would, as long as the party's cool with this, I guess the plan would be to stick around, heal up, get back to right, and then, well, actually, now would be a good time to ask you guys, what do you think our next course of action should be? I feel like we owe Tugabut revenge, but I don't know that we can do it in this state, right?
I think we have to heal up and make ourselves strong first, and
And get some bows. A
it
lot
may
of
take a while.
bows.
I
You
mean,
guys both lost your weapons, right?
I still have a bow, but it's not as good.
No,
as
I think you
the one
lent
I
it
broke.
to me, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did lend it to you.
So you just have the
Yeah,
sword
so-
now, but we have two.
Right now I have Brigger's bow, he has a sword, I have a dagger, and you have a sword, and we have the wand too.
Yeah. Okay.
And no boots.
It's a rod, not a wand. Just
Oh, rod, sorry.
yeah.
Okay. So I guess the plan then should be let's heal up here for a few days. Let's row to mainland. Try to find some odd jobs, heal up.
The mainland is far too far to row. You wouldn't even know which direction to. Or
Yeah, we'd have to find a
you'd have to get a boat.
Okay.
I guess we can ask the man on the lighthouse.
mhm.
Sure.
So I go and I ask the guy, how do people get off this island? If we
He
wanna
says,
go
well,
to
you
the
could take a
mainland.
ship from just ours nose.
Is there a town here, friend? Is there a major populous spot?
Just ours Bay is just to the west of here.
Okay.
I think that's where we should head. Obviously,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's heal up and see what we can find out there. It seems like this place, now that he says he hasn't seen giants for a very long time, it seems like this would be safer, right? So
Mhm.
I think we're okay to do some investigating over there, and then once we're there, we'll devise a plan of action to get revenge. It is possible for the three of us to get the revenge we require. It's just we're going to have to go about this very different from what we did. Those giants pack a wallop, and we're going to have to go about this in a very different way. Of course, without a treacherous snake in our grasp, we should have a better chance of sneaking up on them as opposed to having them come up on us, right?
I agree completely, and I don't think we need to rush it. I mean, we can get our revenge. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We just need to make
It
sure that
matters
we
to
do it
me, but
right.
you're right. We need to be smart about it. But my blood needs to be sated.
Yeah, we need to find Grandmother Clarice.
Clarice can wait for a little while.
Because you care so much, right?
I do care about sweet, sweet Clarice. Okay, so we head out for something Bay.
Well, no, we wait a couple days and heal up.
Okay.
And if anything happens, then we do that.
Okay.
So you guys wait 2 days, which will give you all 4 HP. So Vincent's at 7, Brigger is at 23, and Abigail's at 27.
All right.
Then,
I guess we then make journey over there, but I'm taking it super easy because every night I need to be healing and stuff like that. So
it takes you a while to get there since you don't have your horses anymore. But you can still make it in a day, I guess. It's a little more than a day. And considering your condition, you wind up getting in pretty late at night.
all right, and as per usual, we roll in and we go to the tavern.
Yeah,
Sit
you have a
down.
little trouble getting in the gate. They kind of give you suspicious looks and question you a bit, but they let you in. There's a big wall around the city. It's not that big of a city, though. Maybe 10,000, 15,000 people total.
Can we replenish like our bows and arrows and?
Not at this hour of the night.
No. Okay. Well, tomorrow I'll do that.
All right, so they give us weird looks and stuff, Neil, but still we make way and we go into the tavern.
Right. You find a tavern.
And I actually order whatever it was that Tugabut ordered all the time.
What did he order?
I guess just their
random
finest.
booze?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You order their finest ale or their finest whiskey.
Yep. And then I sit at a table and just start drinking it.
I
Okay.
order it too, and I try it, but I really hate it. So I try to still get it done, but I don't like it.
Okay. Brigger.
I think I would do the same as Abigail, except I would just drink it all, even though I didn't like it.
Okay.
Oh, I'll finish it, but I'll hate it.
Okay. So you guys managed to drink some nice whiskey and not appreciate it properly. And, it's pretty late. Not a lot of people around. You finish your whiskey and you go to bed. And I think now we should switch over to JP.
All right. We'll see how long this takes.
Do you want to introduce yourself first?
I think I'd rather just wait until the party sees me.
Okay. So you have just landed in Justar's Bay. Oh, actually, how much backstory do we want to give on what's going on here?
I mean, I wrote a lot of backstory to it. I don't want to. I think I could just have that unfold kind of as it happens.
Okay, but we don't want to give your. Okay, so
No,
we'll just
I don't
put
want
you
anything
here,
to be
and
known.
Okay. So you land in Justar's Bay.
Okay.
What do you do?
So Justar's Bay was the place that was south of where they are, right?
Well, they're currently in Justar's.
Oh, they're currently in. Okay, sorry,
Right,
my bad. Okay. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just go up and ask did I have any trouble getting through the guards?
No, you arrived by ship.
Okay, so I'm in
Because you
the
were coming
port.
from the other area.
Sure. So I will. Is there like a mayor of this town?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna head to the mayor then.
All right. You get there.
So I walk into the house and request an audience with the mayor if he has like a secretary or anything like that, or if it's just
The
him.
guy looks you over and says, "What do you think? Why would the mayor want to speak to you?"
Because I want to
Eyes
speak
your
to
clothes
him.
Suspiciously.
I say because I want to speak to him.
And what do you have to offer?
I'm looking for a traveling party. They seem to have taken down a dragon recently, and I'm looking to find out more information about them. And I've tracked them here, but I don't really know where they're at.
I haven't heard of any dragon slayers in town. I think you're better off hitting up the local taverns. We don't have time for looky-loos.
I'm not really a drinking man, but probably a good idea. So, do you have a preferred tavern I go to, sir?
He just kind of looks at you like, I don't fucking know. I don't even know who these people are.
I put my hand in my pocket and pull out a black baton and put it on the ground and say the words "Foon Baba" and grow as much as I can. And then ask the
Okay.
words again. Which tavern, sir?
So you pull out this black baton, speak a couple of words, and you go from being 6'2" to being, what is it?
7'7",
7'7",
250 pounds.
250 pounds. You just like grow in front of him. And his eyes go wide and he says, and he pulls out his sword and points it at you and says, "Get back, demon."
Which tavern, sir?
I don't know. But you best get away from here.
I don't think you're in the place to be threatening me.
He turns around, turns his head behind him and yells, "I need some backup over here, guys."
And this was the first time that JP ever re-rolled a character twice.
Real character twice.
JP loses again.
I need some backup. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
So then I say "Foon Baba" again, shrink back down, and then do what I just messaged you.
All right. You. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? Whoops. I just want to double check. Where'd it go? Okay, so you pretty clearly are casting a spell here.
Yeah.
They see you do it. They realize what's going on, and then you disappear in a blink. Just vanish into thin air. And the guards look back and forth. One of them slams the door shut and yells inside through the door, "We got a dangerous wizard out here! Protect the mayor!" And then the others just kind of like back up against the door, their swords drawn, kind of like looking about.
So what's in this room? Is the only exit out the door?
No, this is still outside. They didn't even let you in.
Oh, okay. I'm still outside. Okay,
Yeah, they
perfect.
wouldn't even-
So I just fucking walk away. Like, I make my way towards the tavern.
Okay, you come across a tavern.
All right. What's it look like from the outside? Is it just a door and no one standing around?
Yeah, doors closed. It's mid-afternoon now, so no one, closed door. You can't see in through the windows. I mean, without like walking up and cupping around them.
Sure. So I'm gonna go into the alleyway next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Become uncast the spell basically. Become uninvisible.
Mm-hmm.
Turn staff back into a baton. Put it in my pocket and walk inside the bar.
Okay, you walk on in.
So I walk on in and I kind of just look throughout the room and what do I see?
There's a person standing behind the bar, polishing a greasy mug with an even greasier rag.
Uninvisible, aka visible. Yes, that's the comment in chat. All right, sorry, Neil. Continue on.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. What I see? You said rags.
There's
and
a old man polishing a greasy mug with a greasy rag.
There's no one else inside the bar.
There's like one old barfly who looks like just a local slush.
All right.
So Abigail.
So I'll walk over to the bartender and say, "Are you the only bar or tavern in town?"
He chuckles and says, "No, there's probably 30 or 40 of us."
Have you heard
Well,
of
maybe
any?
not that
Have you heard of any dragon-killing travelers come to town?
Nope, but that's a good story.
Yeah, it
Who
is a
are
good
they?
story. I don't know. Sorry. I just walk out. So I'm going to go find the nearest guards, or go to the main gate, I guess, wherever the guard captain would be. Preferably
Okay.
farther away from where the mayor's area was.
All right, so you make it to a main gate, or you've never been in the city before, so you don't know where the captain of the guard would be. So you can go to the main gate, or you could like ask a local patrolling guard, or any number of solutions.
How far is the main gate from the mayor's tavern?
You're not
Or-
sure. Again, you just got into the city, but
What?
you think you
Oh,
see
okay.
a gate some ways away.
All right, well, I'll head over to the gate
Okay. You eventually get there.
and ask the guards if they've seen a party of 4 traveling around. 2 elves, a human, and a half-orc. Or half-ogre, sorry.
I haven't seen any half ogres coming through.
But you've seen others? You've seen the other 3?
Well, last night a party came through, very well armed, very injured.
Injured?
Two
Did they-
elves and a human, but no half ogre. Why are you asking?
Did they say anything?
up
I'm
to you.
looking for them.
I don't know. I wasn't here. This is just what the guy I relieved told me.
Do you know where his house is? It is imperative that I find this group.
Maybe if I had some money, I would know where his house was.
Simple-minded fool, and I'd knock him a gold.
He gives you directions.
All right, so I'll make my way over there.
Okay. You're there.
It's just a house, looks like.
Yeah.
All right,
It's getting later in the afternoon now with all this walking all over the city.
sure. I'll go up and just twist the handle and see if it opens.
Yeah. It does.
If I turn my head around, does anyone see me walking in?
Perhaps. There's a couple people in the street, but no one seems to be paying strict attention to you.
I'll knock on the door.
Okay. Eventually, someone comes to the front and opens it and says, "What do you want?"
Did you let a party of 4 in last night? 2 elves, human, half ogre? In the
No.
middle of the night? Wasn't you?
No.
Your captain
No.
told me it
Who
was.
the fuck
And
are you? What are you doing here? What do you want?
my captain sent me, or your captain sent me to find out information about this. I paid for it, and I expect information.
No, I didn't see any half ogres with humans and elves.
What about, did you see any? He said that you led in a group last night.
Yeah. There are a couple suspicious folk coming through. Party of 3.
Party of, but do you know where they went?
I don't know. They looked pretty tired. They probably went to the first tavern they could find.
All right. Thank you for your time and your answers. You have a good day. And I'll just turn and walk away.
Okay.
Then go back over towards the gate and go to the first tavern closest to the gate.
Okay. You start wandering around. And eventually, you come across a tavern pretty quickly. You know, within half a block from the gate.
All right, I'll go up, open the door, and walk in.
Okay. And at this point, we should
Take a break.
introduce you to take a break or introduce you to the party.
Suspense. Take a break.
All right,
take a break.
we'll take a break. We'll take a break, and then we'll introduce. So, guys, we'll take a quick 3-minute break on YouTube. I am terribly sorry because that was a really dick move, but it was Neal's idea, not mine. All right, it was Neal's idea. So we'll be right back, guys. More roleplay coming up right after this. All right, guys, welcome back to roleplay. Going into hour number 2 here. Neal, I enter the bar.
You enter the bar. Quick recap: party. This is the end of your first day in the town. So you guys bought some bows, arrows. Other than that, you've just been depressed and resting in the bar. So you're sitting in there, and you see this guy walk in. Nothing too special about him. You guys can go right back to what you're doing. JP, you walk in, and from the rumors that you've gathered, you pretty easily pick out Vincent, Breger, and Abigail
Okay. So I kind of notice them, and I walk up to the bartender and ask what he knows about the party, and I point to the table, or not point, but I kind of motion with my head to the table that they're sitting at.
Not much. Pretty
Do we
quiet.
notice?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not much. They've been pretty quiet. They look pretty injured. Don't try not to ask questions of people who look like they're in a fight.
How long have they been in town? Do you know?
He shrugs. I don't know. Only really noticed them today.
So I slip them, I don't know, 50 silver, and say,
That's 5 gold.
sorry, 5 silver. 5 silver, and say, give them each a round, and say it was from that person. And I point to a random person in the bar.
Okay. He nods and goes, I think you need to pay me a little bit more than that, buddy.
Sure,
I am not getting involved with these people for chump change.
sure. I say, here's 5 more silver.
He kind of looks at you like, really, dude?
Fuck you. Here's another 5 silver.
He sighs and walks over. The rest of the party, you get a round of beers, and the bartender says from that guy over there and nods to one of the people in the corner.
I
Alright.
kind of turn around as this is happening and just watch everything.
I'm not sure if we should drink it, guys. I don't know why people would buy us some beer.
So I actually. Oh, go ahead, Breaker.
I look at the guy who supposedly bought us this beer, and I hold up my mug, and I take a sip, and it's beer. I don't really like it, and then I slide it over. I say, Vincent, you can have this.
Well, I receive the beers, and I stand up, walk over to the guy, sit down next to him, and in
Looks at
classic.
you, goes, "What's going on?"
And I actually don't say anything. I just kind of look at him and start drinking very, very slowly from the first beer. Actually, I keep eye contact with him, and I slowly down the one beer that I got. But I'm like, this takes actually a minute and a half. Like,
I mean, you're still wearing your plate mail. You've
Yeah.
like clearly there's blood on all your clothes. You know, you're not in very good. He kind of moves back in his chair a little bit and says, "Look, buddy, I ain't looking for any trouble.
why did you buy me a beer?
I didn't buy you a beer.
Barkeep says you gave me this beer.
Bar keeps lying to you. I didn't buy you a beer."
You're calling the barkeep a liar?
Yeah.
All right. I stand up and walk back to my table.
The
Say,
guy finishes his drink and walks out of the bar immediately.
It's really weird for that guy to buy us a beer and just leave.
I'm a little bit buzzed, by the way. Like, you'll notice I don't really drink, and for the last day, I've actually been drinking, so my tolerance is not that high. So that's part of the reason why I reacted that way. But I sit down, I'm like, yeah, he didn't buy us that beer.
What do you mean?
He says he didn't buy the
What?
beer, and I am inclined to believe him.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I walk over to the bartender and I say, bartender, the guy you said that gave us that beer, it's not from him. Who actually gave this to us?
I give the bartender a
Tilts his
look
head.
as soon as that happens, and it looks like I will fucking kill him if he says who it is.